the 2025 Volvo EX90 performance. Volvo's bold new step into the electric future. A luxury flagship SUV with 510 horsepower, 3 rows of seating, and tech that tries hard to rival Tesla. But is it too much? Too soon? Let's find out. This is the first Volvo designed from the ground up to be a full EV, and in almost every way, it nails the assignment. The X90 Ultra-Twin motor performance isn't just another electric SUV, it's a calm, confident statement from a brand known for safety and subtle luxury. Step inside, and you're wrapped in a cabin so quiet and plush, you'd think you're inside a Scandinavian spa on wheels. The seats? They're not just chairs, they're therapy. Cushions, so soft you'll want to drag them into your living room. And yes, they even come with a Swedish massage function that's so good, we almost left a tip in the cup holder. Driving the EX90 feels like Volvo distilled its DNA into a silent electric symphony. Air springs, adaptive dampers, and optional 22-inch wheels float over potholes like they're suggestions, not obstacles. And when you push it, it responds, not with a roar, but with a smooth surge. It hits 60 in 4.2 seconds and the quarter mile in just 13 flat. Quiet, yes. Boring, not even close. There's 671 pound-feet of torque available, but it pours in like fondue. Smooth, creamy, and just the right kind of indulgent. It's not a muscle-bound brute, it's a refined athlete. Think less gym rat, more Olympic swimmer. And braking, this 6,000-pound SUV stops from 60 mph in just 110 feet. All-season tires, mind you. That's not just impressive, it's physics-defying. But here's the catch. All that power doesn't always come when you want it. From a roll, mash the pedal at highway speeds, and there's a delay. 1, 2, 3, and then it rockets forward. If you want instant torque, you'll need to activate Performance AWD, which keeps the front motor engaged full-time. It's quick, but at the cost of some efficiency. Speaking of which, let's talk range. Officially, the EX90 with 22-inch wheels is rated for 300 miles. But in real-world testing, it scored just 247 miles in Motor Trend's highway range test. That's solid, but not class-leading. Mercedes and BMW EV SUVs both scored over 310 miles in the same conditions. Charging isn't game-changing either. Volvo claims 250 kilo DC fast charging capability. In testing, it peaked at just 193 kilowatts, adding 94 miles in 15 minutes. A Mercedes EQS SUV added 126 miles in the same time. Not a deal-breaker, but definitely something to consider. But where the EX90 really makes its case is in how it makes you feel. There's no flashy ego here, no obnoxious light shows, just clean lines, warm materials, and subtle elegance. The 25-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system is so immersive it feels like the orchestra's in the back seat. At night, the cabin glows with light that filters through sustainably harvested wood trim. It's calm, it's confident. It's Volvo. As a family SUV, it's ready for duty. 6 or 7 seats, a built-in booster in the second row, USB-C ports, cup holders, and HVAC vents for every passenger, even in the third row. The glass roof floods the interior with light, making even the back seats feel open and airy. Cargo space? More than decent. There's room behind the third row and a clever underfloor storage area for extra gear. The frunk? Less useful. Volvo split it into 3 compartments to avoid adding an emergency release, and you have to pop the hood with an old-school lever. Strange in a car this modern. But where the X90 really flips the script is in its tech, and not everyone's going to love it. There are practically no buttons. Everything from climate control to driver assistance is buried in the giant 14.5-inch touchscreen. Want adaptive cruise? You'll need to grab the gear selector. Yes, while driving. That's how you turn it on. Volvo's new digital heart is built on 2 NVIDIA chips and a Snapdragon processor. That's a fancy way of saying it runs most of the car from a central brain, just like Tesla. The idea? Better performance, faster updates, and smarter features over time. And you can feel it. The new infotainment system is powered by Android Automotive OS. The home screen gives you Google Maps, music, your phone, and key vehicle functions, all organized cleanly. Add Spotify, Waze, or PlugShare, and the system is so good you might forget about Apple CarPlay or Android Auto altogether. But still, a few choices are just odd. Like the window controls, 2 switches, and a touch-sensitive button to toggle between front and rear. It's minimalism gone a little too far. And every time you start the car, the safety system's reset to full-on DEFCON 1. That means digging back into menus every single drive if you prefer something less intense. That said, Volvo deserves credit. Reinventing a 98-year-old brand isn't easy. They've restructured everything, software, design, even the customer experience. And while there were a few early hiccups, like a center screen that refused to boot once during testing, those bugs seem mostly squashed. So what are we left with? A nearly $91,000 luxury EV that's quiet, stylish, and shockingly comfortable. A 3-row SUV that feels less like a car and more like a personal retreat. It's packed with next-gen tech, but sometimes stumbles under the weight of its own ambition. Is it perfect? No. Rivals charge faster and go farther. And the button-free cabin might be a tough sell for some Volvo loyalists. But the EX90 doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be a Volvo. And in that regard, it absolutely delivers. So if you're shopping for a family EV that's equal parts calm and capable, Scandinavian and futuristic, this might just be your next move. Because the EX90 doesn't shout. It whispers excellence.